ask yourself, what is my voice? Who am I? Where are my people? How do I feel about video content creation? Am I clear as to what each social media app does in my audience's life? Like how are they consuming it? And what's my goal? Let me put this into perspective for you. I was just on a call with one of my clients and we did this exercise. We've identified that the opportunity for my client was not necessarily to be on Facebook, like wanting to gain visibility to close clients for his business, right? That's what we came to realize. And we realized that for him, Facebook is going to be a social media app tool to enable him to build this community that he so desperately want to create, because that's his vision and his voice for his company. And he has a plan as a visionary of his company and his brand to really bridge the gap between two different nations. And so I'm not going to go into the details because that is his brand, but he made the decision and said, wait a second, for Facebook, this is a powerhouse app in order for me to create my community and be able to show up and connect these people, because that's what I want to serve. So he thought about the vision. He thought about his voice. He thought about, okay, which platform is available right now on the market in order for me to create a great community. Now, mind you, there are different apps out there that could create communities. There's Mighty Networks or Mighty Works or whichever what it's called. Maybe you know what it is, but there's other apps. But here I'm just giving you the example of what happens when you ask yourself, okay, what is the purpose that I want for my brand? And so let's do another example. Many people are like, I don't know about Clubhouse. It feels spammy. There's so-called experts in there that are not. People are starting to copy each other in there, which is not cool. Listening to other people's tips and tricks and grabbing that as their own and opening rooms and sharing as if they knew this and they've had the experience. That happens everywhere on social media. Even my own brand has been copied and pasted many, many times. It's happened most recently, and that's what happens, right? You can't, there's no other way to get around it other than the fact that I'm going to tell you right now, you are you, and whoever is copying you is going to break down at some point because they're not being authentic and they are not you. So let's get over the fact of that, of people copy pasting you. And so the other example is this. And so Clubhouse, a lot of people are like, I don't know, it's not good. Be strategic. Ask yourself the question, okay, what does this app can create for my business? How is it being consumed? How can I show up authentically and work my business within it, based on how it's built, how the features are built, and understanding that with this app, Clubhouse that is, Twitter and Instagram are connected, which means that, I probably need to look at my Instagram as a result of that and make sure that I have a strategy there. You see the thinking process? And so again, you are not obligated to be on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, on all of these apps if you feel that what it is that you are going to deliver, first of all, your audience is not there, perhaps. Why waste your time going on YouTube and creating content there when in fact, you'll have more traction, right? I'm making this up, but maybe that's you. You'll have more traction if you go active on Clubhouse and have your Instagram, put together. Now, listen, this is not a training at all. This is just for you to start thinking a little bit further as to how you're positioning yourself on those apps. And I'm excited to talk about this because I'm passionately excited to finally be able to go live on LinkedIn. I just started going live on LinkedIn, and that triggered me to start thinking about my positioning with this app and how am I going to use it to continue to serve the people that I know that I can serve. I've been going live on Facebook very actively, hardly on Instagram. I've been going live audio on Clubhouse very actively, and now I get to go live on LinkedIn. And so that triggered me to question my own content strategy to identify how am I going to position myself going forward now that I've added LinkedIn Live inside my content creation strategy. Okay. And so, no, we're not, this is not a race. This is not a popularity contest. Social media is a means for us to gain visibility for our brand and be able to influence and impact as much as we possibly can. And so I invite you to continue to stay connected with me. And if you are on Clubhouse, know that I'm there actively showing up to support you. I do show up on my own with my own rooms, but a lot of times I show up with other amazing marketers and other women in business to help you out. And so definitely follow me there, and, gather up all those insights and mindset shifts that you might want to start exploring as you look at your social media content marketing plans for yourself. Again, the takeaway here is it's a tool. Make sure that your back end is prepared to receive. Okay, do you have a way to collect emails? Because all of these social media apps, let's be honest, they could disappear right now or tomorrow, or perhaps, there's glitches that happen. They're tools. And so let's be very smart and understand that we need to position our brands so that we connect with the right people. But the first transaction that we want to happen, I don't know about you guys, but it's collecting those emails. Email marketing is still happening. I don't know about you, but I read my emails. Do you read your emails? And I'm sure your audience is reading your emails. And so definitely take inventory. Look at your YouTube presence if you're there, and ask yourself the question: am I getting the return on my investment of energy recording all those videos and editing them? Okay, I'm not knocking down YouTube. YouTube is absolutely a great platform to gain traction. But my story was, I turned YouTube off as far as, building content there. I turned my Twitter off as far as building content there. And after being so frustrated about getting no traction, and I said, you know what? My people are on Facebook. I'm going to focus there and understand this app, how it's being consumed, and how I can position my brand in order for me to have that traction, right? And so master one app or two at a time, and then you can always expand, just like I am doing right now, by going live on LinkedIn and definitely building a better content strategy for my brand using this app, because I know my audience is there. The people I can help are there. Listen, you can open a group on LinkedIn, just like you could open a club on Clubhouse, and same thing on Facebook. You could open a Facebook private group, right? It's the same concept, it's the same idea, but you get to ask the question for you and your brand: where are you out of those three apps going to have better traction based on your business, as to where you should go? Are you going to apply to have a club on Clubhouse because you feel that audio is something that you can provide a little bit more consistency and showing up what you're able to do? Or are you going to look at your Facebook and do a Facebook private community because you have no problem nurturing people in a community, showing up live in there and all of that good stuff? Or are you going to go on LinkedIn and create a group there and invite the LinkedIn community and outside to join you on LinkedIn, because that's the vision that you have, and the people that are on LinkedIn are actually your audience? You have choices for a reason. Okay. And so I want you to know, chill out. All right. You got control over this. All right. Nobody said that this is what you got to do and be on all those platforms all day, every day. No, I didn't tell you that. I don't know who told you that, but find the place that makes you proud to show up and truly aligns with your personality. That's what I'm all about, making sure that you build a social media content strategy for yourself that makes sense for yourself, your personality, your message. And that's definitely, for that reason, enable you to show up fully and serve fully your audience, and truly want to show up to really influence and impact as much as you can. But if you hate the platform, why are you doing this to yourself? If you don't like Instagram, why are you forcing yourself to be on there? Because coach this and coach that and Martine and this person is on Instagram, and you feel like you're missing out? You're not missing out. Because let me tell you something: when you are focused on one platform and you do it well, and you definitely communicate with your audience and get those leads in and support them and serve them, why you got to go on Instagram when you get no traction if you don't like the app? Don't do it. Okay, I'm just letting you know you're not obligated. And so hopefully this message finds you well. I hope I did not offend you or anything. And in fact, I hope that you're going to take inventory and actually start looking at where you are right now so that you can focus on gaining more visibility organically. Because, yes, you can absolutely grow your business organically using social media. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you.